Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and today we have yet another LEGO Dimensions video for you. This is a free play video, and it's for the Mystery Mansion mashup, where we travel around with Scooby-Doo, and we find all 10 Minikits and the Minifig in Peril. So we actually have no problem getting to that rule breaker requirement of 115,000, and we get a gold brick for that, as well as a couple of others too, one for the Minikits and one for the Minifig in Peril. So some waves are needed beyond the starter pack, so check the old video description for the quick links, which will give you the actual character abilities needed in order to get each of the Minikits, or I guess the Minifig in Peril too. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and select the Mystery Mansion mashup level with Scooby-Doo and hop into the portal. Woohoo! Alright, so here we are. We're starting right off at the mansion. We have sped this video up ever so slightly, and we have removed most, if not all, of the cutscenes. But that being said, we're going to fly up, up, and away with Superman, or any flying character for that matter, and we're going to take out the top two owls on the high right side, and then blast down over onto the greenhouse and take out the third one on the left, which will give us our first Minikit. So, off to a good start already. Speaking of a good start, let's switch on over to Scooby and see what he can dig up over here in this far right corner. Oh, some bricks to be built. You know, I didn't think Scooby could build. Maybe that's something they updated, or maybe he's always been able to build. I don't know. I just feel like often the dogs cannot build. There's a lot of the times the big characters too cannot build. But anyhow, we go ahead and watch that robot open up the old shack there and give us the old second Minikit there. That's right, the old second Minikit, not the young one. I don't know. Anyways, all right, so we have a minute or three before the next collectible, so we'll go ahead and point you to the quick links down below in the video description, which the next one would be, of course, Minikit number 3. Now, if you're just hanging out watching the video, or maybe you've never played this level before and you're a little confused on how to beat it, we got you covered. We're going to go ahead and make our way through this level, and it starts off by taking Gandalf, or someone with a magic staff. I guess the Wicked Witch might be able to do that for us. And we're going to go ahead and reveal a grapple hook, which Batman will do the trick, but we often pull in Wonder Woman because of her invincibility and quickness, and the ability to fly, for that matter. She's got lots of benefits to her. But we're going to go ahead and grapple and rebuild those bricks up into some sort of a hose attachment, which gets that fountain down below going and pukes out a Keystone terminal. So, woohoo. We're going to go ahead and check that out and see what's going on with that. My guess is it's going to have something to do with, we got to locate Keystone. Let's go ahead and activate that one first. Now, I start running over this way, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's not over here. What am I doing? It's way over to the right. So, we make our way over to the far left side for no reason other than to grab some studs, and then we make our way down to the far right side where it is and where we need to be. So, watch out. It's weird. You can kind of stumble on those green plant-like tentacles there, so be careful when walking over those. But you should find the old vortex point in the back corner over there and spam that button until the meter fills up and we see Buddy come in and water those tentacles, and check it out. They give us nice pretty flowers and also a red chroma pad for the chroma pad puzzle. So we'll go ahead and smash all these beautiful flowers. And collect our studdage. And again, use the quick links down below to quickly access the next Minikit. But, or hang out and, oh, look at that. I got tired of waiting around. I probably should have edited that out. But hey, I was worried I wasn't going to get enough studs, so I turned on my ×2. And look at that. We're going to start stacking them up a little bit faster. So, yeah, make sure if you have not already gotten that red brick, we do have a video for that in our actual LEGO Dimensions playlist. You're probably watching this in our All Minikits playlist, but maybe you stumbled across this as the most recently uploaded video, or who knows, maybe you just found this video randomly. But either way, we're going to go ahead and activate the old shift keystone from the terminal down there, and we're going to make our way through the blue portal because we can get inside that greenhouse and make our way smashing through, actually plowing our way and getting the door open, but also revealing the yellow chroma pad for the puzzle. So now we can go ahead and activate the old chroma pad puzzle, and guess what? We're going to go ahead and move our characters around on the toy pad to duplicate that solution up there above the door of the mansion. So red on the right, yellow on the left, and blue on the top. You can use the old shift portal if you do not have a flying character. You can activate that and get your way up there, but in our case we do have a flying character, which makes it a lot easier. We zap that front door, and now we're gonna go ahead and see what's cracking inside the mansion. But wait, make sure that you get the bluesies and the purple before moving along. Now, yeah, that's right. You don't see it right off the bat because it's not obvious and down low. You actually have to have a flying character to get up high. We're going to try to get as many studs as possible. We thought, oh no, we didn't turn on our times too early enough. Maybe we're not going to get enough studs. Spoiler alert, there's plenty of studs ahead, especially if you fly all the way to the top of this house. And on the peaks, there's some blues on the left and a couple of blues and a purple up in the middle. So look at that. All of a sudden, we're already halfway to our rule breaker requirement. And now we're going to make our way inside the house. And right as soon as we get in here, we see our friends get sucked away. And one gets swooped into one room and the other gets locked into... well, we'll get into that room in just a second. But more importantly, let's do some butt slams on the couches in front of the fire. Build the bricks up into a clock that works, and then use Gandalf to go ahead and move time ahead. And actually, it pukes out a Minikit for us, so bleh. Right on. We're going to go ahead and smash everything inside. I still love that Superman does not need to lift a finger to bust things open. He can just walk into anything, and it just destroys itself. I don't know if it's just out of fear or if it's, you know, like just his brute strength. Either way, it works well for me. And speaking of working well, we're going to make our way all the way around the far right side and smash that back right corner and reveal some buildable bricks, which can be built into a shock panel, which now we're going to pull out our ACU Trooper from the Jurassic World kit. And we're going to pump up that charge station there. And look at that. It opens the door for us and reveals Minikit number 4. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Now, there is a minute or two before the next collectible, and you do have to solve a quick puzzle up at the top of the stairs here. Well, it actually involves the fireplace down below, too. But with Superman, you can actually blow out the flames. You don't have to go up here and use the magic and all that. And we actually do the top part and then use Superman down below anyway, so watch this. So you can obviously use the elemental Keystone to go ahead and fire up the water, which would then allow you to put out the fire. But you can also use Superman's halitosis breath. I always like to think that it's not strong breath, it's stinky breath that puts this fire out. Ready? Ooh, hope you get a tic-tac. All right, well, anyhow, we're going to put out this fire and move along. And maybe one of these days we'll put out the fire. It's kind of a funny angle there. So eventually we get the bricks needed that we can build up into a Batarang terminal. Once we get that built, we need Gandalf's magic to go ahead and lift it up above to place it onto that gear. And gears! We're going to go ahead and use a Batarang to spin it around and watch the door open up for us. All these door mechanisms we have to find in this level. It's pretty cool. All right, grab the bluesy and on to the next room. As soon as we get inside here, we actually are met with a nice little cutscene here. We see the door slam, and we see Fred and Velma get sucked away too. So it's official, 3 of our friends have been sucked away and are probably in need of rescue, or perhaps in peril, as one might say. But all right, we're going to go ahead and pull out the Mystery Machine Build 3, and we're going to use the waterworks that it has to go ahead and fill up the meter in the back. Now, we've got other characters, too, that can do that. I believe Krusty the Clown has that feature, and I'm sure there's at least another one that's out there. Aquaman, perhaps. But we're going to go ahead and fill that meter up, rebuild those bricks into the Minikit, and collect our reward. So we got a few of those behind us now. We're halfway, I suppose. And we do have to solve a quick little puzzle in here, which requires us to smash the tables, rebuild a push switch. We got to spin it all the way around and pull that skeleton down, which will actually give us the bricks needed in order to build up, well, the next little piece of this puzzle here. So we're going to make our way onto the back, and it actually happens to be some sort of a handle. We have to jump up with a female character, or a character with the agility ability. And luckily for us, Wonder Woman did the trick. She can fly up and then just kind of drop down and hang on to that, which is nice. And she also had the Batarang needed to open the door. So we are now following Velma into this next room here. We can see she's in trouble. She gets sucked up into this coffin in the back, and then whoops, which way did it go? Well, It's kind of a rough exit there, but nonetheless, she is gone. So we're going to go ahead and use our grapple on the left-hand side to go ahead and reveal the first of 2 switches. Then, by smashing the tables in the middle of the room, it actually reveals the bouncing bricks needed in order to build the grapple to reveal the switch on the right side of the room. So we've got both switches. Now it's just as simple as stepping on both of them and collecting your blue stud along the way, which certainly helps us get closer to that rule breaker. Oh, and look at that. We have dropped the coffin. Oh, but there is no Velma inside. But we do find some bouncing bricks, so we conveniently build them up with Gandalf, which, oh, look at that. We actually need some magic here to bring the hammer down, because it's hammer time, apparently. And we'll get 3 nice pals right there, revealing a locate keystone, which, ready for a little irony here, we're going to go ahead and use Superman to find the portal vortex opening. And we're going to spam that button until the meter fills, and our good buddy Superman comes in to save the day. Wait a minute, weren't we already here? Oh, fooled you. I guess we weren't really here. Maybe that's our twins bezel. I don't know. However you look at it, he comes in and melts the wall down and gives us access into a secondary part of this room. So we advance. It actually kicks in a little bit of a cinematic scene here where the mummy gets a hold of that old roach. It's like, I don't know if it's a roach clip or what it is, but it's a brooch, I guess. Anyways, it's a diamond scarab is what we really should be calling it. But he shakes it at us, and then we drop down below into this weird little cavernous area. But most importantly, we want to pay attention to the front left side here. We have this like weird kind of statue, rock statue that is, and he's got these targets for eyes. We're going to go ahead and pull out, oh, Bart. We haven't seen Bart in a while, huh? And target those 2 targets. I believe Legolas would do the job. Superman might have even done the job. Wonder Woman's Batarang may do it as well, but we thought we'd pull out old Bart, and he's small enough to get through the mouth of that too. I don't know if that matters or not. I guess all minifigs are pretty much the same size, but once into this new secret room, we're going to grab Wonder Woman and head up to the top of the temple here and reflect both of these beams at the back wall, which eventually, I don't know, it like shuts down the whole system. I guess it overloads and gets us a mini kit, which is nice. And then I kind of messed this up over on the left-hand side. I won't lie. I come all the way down here, and the goal here should be to fire up all 4 of these. But for some reason, I get kind of sidetracked, and I see that grapple point, and I get really excited, and I rip the grapple point down, which I shouldn't have done, because I've already started 1 mini kit, and I'm actually activating another one here. So this is kind of 2 different things here, but just know it's important to get the Ghost Trap mini kit, which I do in a mini second, that is. Yeah, look at this. I'm totally blundering this up now. So essentially what I'm doing here is over on the left-hand side, the relic scan reveals the elemental keystone, which then gives us the ability for fire to light these torches. But since we have Superman and he's got heat ray, we can do this all on our own. We don't need no stinking elemental keystone. But I did use that grapple hook on the left side of the room to go ahead and pull those ghosts out. So if you've used the quick link to get to Minikit 8, well, and you're wondering where these ghosts came from, if they're not on your screen, make sure you use the grapple point on the left-hand side, and they will actually, they will come out and party with you. I guarantee it. Now, this was a little bit tricky. It's always a little bit fun trying to corral ghosts, as I can imagine. But what we did was we moved the trap over on the left-hand side, and we got about halfway up the temple here. And as you can see, our meter is filling up as we kind of just move it around and try to catch all these guys. Then, of course, just simply hover it over the old ghost trap, and they will suck themselves in there. And look at that. They are secure. Now we got to walk these bad boys over to the right-hand side of the room and drop them in the containment unit. As soon as we successfully stick them in there, booyakashow! Minikit number 8 becomes ours. Now, before leaving this room, we want to make sure that you grab the minifig in Peril, which does require the old Gyrosphere from the Jurassic World pack. So, Luckily for us, we do have that. We're going to hop on into it and get on there. Now, I don't think this counts as a hire a hero or rent a hero. I think you definitely need the character pack for this, or the team pack, I guess it is. But anyhow, we had a little bit of a trouble activating this thing. As you can see, I'm moving my camera around trying to see if anything's changing. I couldn't get anything to work. So then I thought, okay, well, I've got this elemental keystone on. Maybe that's affecting it? And sure enough, as soon as I get back on and spin it around in all directions, the Scooby gang is rescued. Look at that. Woohoo! All right. We are all happy too. All right. Minikit number 9. We actually have a Minikit right outside of the secret room. There's actually 2 in this next room, the room that we actually started in to begin with. So we're going to go ahead and remove some things like the gyroscope and make our way all the way over to the far right side of the room. Now, you may have gotten this Minikit already. This is one that you probably could have gotten with just the starter pack. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones we grabbed in our starter pack, Minikit Extravaganza. But all right, we used Gandalf up top. We simply flew up there with Superman and then put Gandalf onto our toy pad. In fact, he was already on there, so we had to pull him off and put him back on. But he popped up. We grabbed that Minikit after lighting up the room. And yeah, so now we got one last Minikit, and it's actually on the far right-hand side of the room. Now, I got a little excited, was going to go ahead and complete that puzzle. But first, let's go ahead and shatter this glass over here with some... That's right, we need some sonarage, so we're going to call on our good friend, Marty McFly. All right, we need a little guitar riff from you right now, so go ahead and rock it. All right, look at that. We've blasted the glass open and grabbed Minikit 10, and we're going to go ahead and dance our little celebratory dance real quick. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have officially collected all of the Minikits. We rescued the Minifigs in Peril, which happened to be the Scooby Gang. And we also got that rule breaker requirement. In fact, we've over doubled it now, so maybe we didn't even need the X2 red brick turned on. But as you can see here, my aim is not so good. I should have aimed for the far left side because we need to move that block all the way over. So this puzzle was kind of a pain in the old tuchus, and we have sped this up a little bit more than we normally do just to kind of get through this. And of course, hey, you guys are welcome to move on to the next video or level that you need all of the Minikits for. As you've already heard, this one is officially over. So, all right, we need to go ahead and get so small and push that one box up, but we also need to move that other box over, which for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me target the far left side. So I went on a little rampage and tried to destroy everything and thought, all right, maybe, just maybe this time. Well, to be honest with you, I was convinced at this point that, hey, you know what? There's probably another block I need to grab from somewhere because it wouldn't let me place it there. And I don't know if it's because I had the gyrosphere out. I don't know if it was just user error, but all of a sudden I have access to move it there. So I get excited. I put it in place, and then I go ahead and move my character through. Oh no, and then I fall through. Boy, am I totally terrible at this. I should have edited all of this out and just said, see you later. But hey, you know what? Every once in a while it's fun to laugh at me because, you know, it usually seems like I know what I'm doing because, you know, often I do enough research that I at least seem like I know what I'm doing. But in this particular case, I was messing this puzzle up left and right. Watch, I go up top here too, trying to, nope, denied. And unfortunately, the game does not allow you to, like, I should be able to just fly right up as Superman, right up from the bottom part of the tube to the top part of the tube. From the rooter to the tutor. But in this case, I was not able to do that. I had to have that block there, so I get it in place, and I get all the way up top, and I have to get to normal size again. For some reason, I wasn't able to get over. Boy, I was just struggling big time with this puzzle, so hopefully this video doesn't get very many views so that I don't have to get embarrassed too many times. But, all right. So we have successfully flipped the first switch. We're going to go ahead and move Wonder Woman into the far right side by making her small, getting her in place, and then making her so big again. And when that happens, it actually moves that platform up, giving us access to that far right switch. Last but not least, we have the third switch, which is the one that I attempted to get first. But unfortunately, we have to move that block one more time to get in there. And we do. We flip the switch, and look at that. All of a sudden, we have access to the old roller coaster ride. So that's one of our favorite parts of the level. We're going to go ahead and hop on it and roll on out. Except for, wait, we need a vehicle. And look at me. I'm trying to get all... I'm like, all right, let's try Superman's vehicle. It doesn't have wheels, but let's see. Nope. Fail. So, again, to top off my fail of the puzzle, I finished it off with a fail of the roller coaster ride. I eventually pull out a vehicle with wheels, and I make it right on through, fill up the meter, and we are off and rolling. And then ready for this? You want to see the funniest part about this? All right, look on the right-hand side. Look what made the roller coaster ride. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So apparently, anyways, the hover pod doesn't have wheels, obviously, hence it's called the hover pod, but it apparently somehow can make it onto the roller coaster ride. So joke's on me. We are making our way through this. As you probably remember, it is simply a matter of trying to follow the right pathway in order to smash the bad guy here, the mummy. And it's pretty simple. You actually have quite a bit of time in between choices to, you see where he's going to be, right or left, before you have to make the choice. So it should be pretty easy. Once you get all 6 hearts removed, it actually takes us to the final battle, which is extra easy if you do have Superman, because Superman can blow out the fire on the one platform and he can melt the ice on the other platform. So as you can see, I can fly up above and simply melt it with my heat ray. And then all I have to do is simply destroy all the bad guys down below, wait for the big mummy to make his attack, which you can see he's doing that right now. And now we just got to avoid his attack and get up on that perch. Now, one thing I didn't realize in earlier playthroughs is that there is, on all 3 of these little posts, there is actually an upper post that you can hang out on. They all have blue studs, so definitely check those out. Now, yeah, pay very little attention to me failing miserably. Here I am telling you it's so much easier with Superman, and I am failing miserably. Eventually, instead of flying up there, I actually just use the shift keystone to go ahead and select the pink portal and get up there. Then I get down here and I totally forget you actually need a vehicle to ramrod him and blast him off of his beetle there, or scarab. And then of course you have to use the elemental keystone to use the earth element to go ahead and fill that meter up. And so as you can see, I've knocked him off his beetle, and now he's on his back, and there is a couple of bouncing bricks over there needing to be built up into the little earth pile there. So now that we've got that, we can fly up to the earth, or to the Keystone terminal rather, as I struggle to say it and struggle to land on that platform. Switch it on over to earth and then make our way back over and fill that meter up. In this particular case, liquid hot magma comes spewing out from the ground below us and knocks over the bad guy, which then he sends some more of his foes out to get us. And I guess it's our foes, not his foes. But anyway, he sends out some bad guys. We take them out. We even have to move our toy pad arrangement around a little bit because he gives it the old grapple hook there. And yeah, so now we're just taking guys out. And of course, we have to just repeat this process 2 more times where we have to fly up on the platform, let him charge into it, ram him off with our vehicle, then rebuild those bricks into an earth pile, and then use the elemental keystone to use the earth element and fill that meter up. And all right, so we have officially knocked him off his block twice. And now we actually had to move Superman around on the toy pad one more time. One more time. Now we got to take out a bunch more bad guys. And then last but not least, we will fly up onto the 3rd platform. Of course, if you do not have a flying character, you do just have to go bounce on that trampoline over there and use the Keystone terminal to shift your way up there. And then you'll have to use it again to switch back to the earth element to fill up that meter, which you can see we are just about to do. We got to hop on our vehicle. One last ram job here. Oh, look at that. Man down. Now we built that up. We're going to fill up that meter, and to the final totals we go. Mystery Mansion Mashup Free Play, where we got all 10 Minikits and rescued that minifig in Peril, is officially complete. And look at all that extra studdage we got. If I'm being honest, this is a completely separate playthrough specifically for all Minikits, because as you know, we did a starter pack Minikit series, and of course we got Minikits along the way, so we didn't want to miss those on this, and therefore we started a whole new playthrough. And we've already got over 3.5 million studs just playing through getting all the Minikits. So that's quite a lot, really. But 3 gold bricks added to our list. 1 for the Minikits, 1 for the Minifig in Peril, and 1 for the Rule Breaker. And uh-oh, you know what this screen means? That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Mystery Mansion Mashup. And yes, all 10 Minikits and that Minifig in Peril are now in our rear view. We can move ahead to the next level, which, hey, if you guys have any questions or requests, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We also have HappyThumbsGaming.com, Instagram, G+, Twitch. We got a whole bunch of social network options for you, so check us out down below. All the links for those can be found right next to or below our quick links in the video description. So we do most of the homework for you, so you don't have to search for us. We just put those links there. You can click them and go right to us. Anyhow, as for me, that's going to wrap it up. I got a few more levels I got to bust out to complete this All Minikits playlist, and we want to do it before LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens comes out. So, as always, until next time, Scooby-Doo!